Thomas Edison's reported to have said, opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and it looks like work. So if you watch any side hustle video, what's missing is hard work, well, and overalls. But if you're working in your passion, hard work doesn't have to feel like hard work. So in addition to work and overalls, there are 4 things you must have for any side hustle to be successful.
So George, are you saying that passion is more motivating than the dopamine hit you get from discovering a new side hustle from a YouTube video?
Well, no, but it's like, so dopamine, yeah. Now I think dopamine can be more motivating, but it's not going to last very long at all. Dopamine wears off. You turn off the video, you come back down. Passion though, oh no, passion is the gas in your tank. And you can travel hundreds, thousands of miles on passion. Dopamine, it's like candy. It's gone.
So then is passion one of the 4 things?
Absolutely. It's where you got to start, right? So like I talked about my book, The Next Level Entrepreneur, Focus Your Passions, that whole front section talks about how you find your passions and zero in and focus them. And there's some applications and exercises you can do. And there's a link in the book down below. So it's key to get your passions aligned. And, you know, if 80% of most people are looking at a side hustle for money, okay, that's fine. But making money is not a passion. And I'm happy to debate that with you later. But here's the thing. Your passions are things you truly love and that you truly love doing. So that's absolutely, you've got to have, that's the cornerstone. That's where you begin.
Yeah. And I think this relates perfectly to that burnout episode we did a few weeks ago, where we're talking about you need an impact level and what's actually going to sustain that impact level. And you should probably be passionate about that impact level. If your side hustle is like Uber Eats, which I've done, you're not going to be, I don't know how many people are going to be out there who are passionate about that. But for me, no passion in that whatsoever. And you burn out of it. You don't want to keep doing it. Even though you know the money's going to come in, you know there's orders to do. You don't want to do it because there's no passion behind it. You just burn out. And it would be nice if you had a side hustle. And because this is on the side, right? You already have your main hustle going for your main source of income. You need something that's life-giving or that at least has some redeemable quality to it rather than just, this is the grind I have to get on to make money.
Well, unless of course you're doing the Uber Eats or whatever it is that you just need the money just to, you know, keep the lights on or make the budget or that sort of thing. And all of us hit places in life where we have to do that. But that's not the side hustle we're talking about here. And you're right. If you can do a side hustle that is life-giving and it's feeding your passions, here's what that can actually take you is into long-term, your side hustle could become your main hustle. And that's what we're really after here. So passions are first. The second thing is right next to it is your passion monetizable?
And yeah, because we're talking about side hustles, right? You need to at least be able to make money off of this passion. It's one thing to have something you like to do, but if you can't make any money off of it, it's just a hobby. We're trying to figure out something that you could start making some money off of.
That's a good point. You need to sort your passions a little bit into like, okay, these I could make money at. These are really just hobbies. And, you know, it's okay to have a passion for a hobby, but you got to realize if I'm going to be making money at it, this has got to be higher up than a hobby. And so the good news is in today's world and creator economy and all that sort of thing, there's a lot of passions that you can now make money at, where a few years ago, there really probably wasn't an outlet to market that.
Yeah, because that is the most difficult part of this whole side hustle is finding a market, finding who's actually going to buy your services or buy your product, and what strategy are you going to use to get that product or service to them.
Yeah. And this is really important, guys, because that's what we mean by monetizable. You need to go look out there and go, who else is buying something similar? Now, usually when you've got a passion for something, then there's something unique about what you're seeing, what you're envisioning, what you're bringing that nobody else is doing, or few people are doing it, and they're probably not doing it your way. And so there's a uniqueness, there's something that differentiates you, but you've got to go out there and study the market, research what's the competition like, what's the landscape look like, what are people paying for this? Because that's the other thing, you're like, gee, I can go be an online fitness coach, but I'm only going to make, $200 a month. Okay. That's that, they open the gyms back up, hello. So online ain't going to work, maybe. So, I mean, there's all these things you've got to go out there and consider and look at.
Yeah, and in Shane Hummus's video with 11 side hustles to help you get rich in 2024, he brings up a side hustle of decluttering or home organizing. And that might be great if you have a passion for organizing and you love making your own home organized and you need some money and you have some extra time. It might be a really good side hustle to go start organizing other people's stuff.
Yeah. And this is where, okay, I really have to underscore passion here because I hate to declutter. And I have this weird personality trait where I'm great at giving organization, but I don't follow it. Go figure this out. Okay. This has been all my life. And so it's like, I have to have someone organizing around me. So I would definitely hire you if you're good at it, but so I think the other thing you have to look at that is what's available in my market? How good am I at that? How do I build a reputation around that? So we're getting into some other things, but so following our little process here is like, yeah, this is a possibility. And this is something I really have a passion for. And this is a great example of something that's here today that like 10 years ago, I don't think this was a thing.
Yeah, and the internet has opened up the door for so many of these side hustles. Like, for example, I saw a video from Mark Tilbury where he had 7 side hustles for students in 2024, and one of them was online writing, which, if you have a passion for writing, the internet has offered a variety of mediums for you now to write for. It's just a matter of how monetizable it is.
Yeah, this is very interesting what Tilbury brings up because and obviously, there was no such thing as online writing before the internet. You've got to keep looking at this as a catch. So you go, oh, man, I got a passion for writing. But so I'm like, how he's talking about a guy making $10,000 a month. Okay, he's writing to the video is to students. Okay, well, I went on Upworks just for fun, just to see. I'm just saying, unless you're an expert, you're going to only make $30 to $50, $60 per project, not hour, per project. So I'm not sure exactly how this guy's doing 10 grand a month, except that's all he's doing. So he's not a student. But here's the fundamental thing about online writing. You better love writing. You better love writing more than breathing if you're going to make $10,000 a month. All right. But it also brings up something else. And I just said it. That's to get expert. Now, there's a lot of Upworks out there that says beginner. I didn't, it's like maybe $15 an hour, 10 to $15 an hour, something like that. Okay. This brings up the third very important point. So if you've got the passion and it's a monetizable passion, you've got to have some skill. You at least better have some gifting, and you could start off like with the online writing at the $10 level, but I just love it. I've got a knack for it. And if I just start writing, I'll get better and better at it.
Yeah, we just did an interview on this where Julian, he had a passion for writing, and he started workshopping with this friend where he was just sending his friend stuff he was writing. And as he got better at it, he then started finding places that would pay him to do his writing. And now he's a writer for Forbes as one of his side hustles.
And if you Google his name, he's got really high SEO recognition. So here's what he did. He became a columnist for multiple publications online. And now he's the author of these articles. If you search his name, all sorts of stuff comes up. So not only has he made money at writing, he's got name recognition. And that's huge in this internet age. And he's launching a YouTube channel. He's launching a business. And that's powerful, guys. So if you've got a long-term view, then this could be an excellent thing if you love to write.
For a passion to be monetizable, you just have to have some skill with it at least, right? And that's kind of making me think with all of these AI tools that are coming out, there's this whole wave of creating passive income and side hustles off of AI, as if AI is already the super skilled thing that can just do everything. And there's no need for a human to have the skill of leveraging the AI. Like in that same Mark Tilbury video, he was talking about doing AI animation, but he did say there was a heavy learning curve to it of figuring out how AI can use B-roll and apply B-roll and then doing all the editing with it. It's not straightforward as you just tell a computer to make you money.
Yeah. So in Tilbury's video there on 7 side hustles for students, the AI animation one, I feel like he kind of deals with that a little bit more cleanly, because even though the numbers are really high, so he says you can make between $8,000 and $110,000 a month.
Oh
okay, so it's super easy to make $1,000. So I just throw all that out, guys. But here's the interesting thing about the range. It doesn't really matter what the numbers are, is that says there's a learning curve. Okay, so the better you get at the skill and the more experience you get, and this is the fourth thing. So if it's in your passion, okay, it's monetizable. We know AI animation's monetizable, and you've got some skill at it. Now, the fourth thing you need to go get is experience. And if you can get any payment for AI animation, you're building experience, especially if you can work like in an Upworks kind of thing for an AI animator, and they kind of offload some stuff and they're showing you what to do, and you're sort of their assistant. I mean, there's all kinds of ways where you want to get paid to learn. And this is something I've done throughout my career, by the way, is taking on work that I'm not going to make as much money at it as I would, but I'm going to learn a ton. And with that new skill, I'll now make more money because I now have an expertise. So you want to go from experience to expert with expertise.
And that's the perfect scenario when you're trying to turn your side hustle into a main hustle, where it starts off as something where you have a passion for it and you can make some money off of it. And then as you start doing it, all of a sudden now you become an expert. And once you have an expertise in that, now you're more likely to be able to turn that into your main hustle. It's just a matter of building your business with some business savvy.
Well, and let me just mention my book again, because this is where direction is so important. And you need strategy sourced in your passions through my Next Level Navigator, which is in this book, because that strategic process you can map this stuff out in advance, guys. You can know where you want to go, the strategy you're going to do it. And so just like this AI animator, you've mapped it out. You go, okay, I want to work at a level 1, then level 2, level 3, because I want to launch my own AI animation business. And so all of this works together to begin to turn that side hustle long-term, be part of that 30%, making $1,000 to over $10,000. It's your main gig. It's what you do for a living, and you love it, and you're free from the day-to-day grind working for somebody else.
That's exactly what I'm after, is being able to pursue my own vision, working towards my own vision within my passions. And isn't that what we all want? That's what a optimally fulfilled life feels like to me, or sounds like to me, working in my passions, working for my vision, and creating strategies from my passions.
So there's a quote on the back from Max. He's the young entrepreneur guy. I would prefer to chart my own course rather than work as a part of another person's vision. In the book, the fun thing is the book is set in the 1940s, but Max is truly millennial Gen Z at heart, and he wants to do it himself. And so many of us do. That's where, get your passions. Is it monetizable? And then what are your skills in that area? Develop those up, get experience, know your direction. Your side hustle is going to make you money. And I promise you will start to figure it out, and your side hustle can actually be your main hustle. To get more answers on business, you can just click the link below and check out this video right here. I know you're going to love it. And until next time, may you live truly free.